Listenwise harnesses the power of listening with a curated collection of more than 1,000 NPR stories and podcasts that are aligned to topics in middle and high school English, science, and social studies. We also post new current event stories every school day. We have standards-aligned lessons that include scaffolding for English language learners and struggling readers, as well as listening comprehension assessments. The best way to find the right resource for your classroom is to use our search bar. You can then narrow the search criteria or even browse by standard. We are aligned to your state's standards. Every story has a short written synopsis to tell you what the story is about. Let's take a look at the resources included in this lesson, and then we'll review the assignment process. Research shows students can listen to content 2 to 3 grade levels higher than they can read. So we've created the Language Challenge level to give you an idea of the level of difficulty of the audio story. Listening comprehension impacts reading comprehension, so all of our stories have an interactive transcript that allows students to follow along, stop and hear a word again, and see the spelling of words as they're read.
We turn now to the story of the first immigrant to disembark at Ellis Island. Her name was Annie Moore. She was just 15 when she arrived from Ireland and 8 to disembark at Ellis Island. Her name was Annie Moore.
It progresses in sync with the audio and highlights the words as they're read. Same-language subtitling is a proven strategy for amplifying the literacy impact of listening. You can also toggle this switch to slow down the audio by 20% to help students understand challenging content. The listening comprehension questions help you assess student understanding. In our lessons with scaffolding for English learners, we tier the vocabulary. Tier 2 has words that come from academic word lists. The listening organizers can be assigned or printed out. Our teacher's guide helps you guide your students by activating what they already know about the subject, and we give you ideas on how to introduce the story. We've scaffolded the lesson with simplified comprehension questions and tiered vocabulary. The Close Listening with Language Practice section helps you focus on student language development, reading, writing, listening, and speaking, related to the audio story. It narrows in on a particular language element featured in the story. These close listening activities help students by providing repeated exposure to the story, focusing on comprehension and acquisition of language. Here are the questions that students will answer if you assign a quiz. Finally, there are class activities that help teachers integrate the story into the content area curriculum. To assign this story to students, you can use our multiple-choice listening quiz or make a written assignment you can customize and differentiate to meet your learners' needs. First, let's preview a quiz with the transcript. Students listen as many times as they want and answer the questions. The quiz is automatically graded and shows outcomes across key elements of listening, such as main point, inferencing, and vocabulary. The class summary allows you to track class and student progress over time. The report shows listening skills by strands and points out strengths and weaknesses to target instruction. Your other option is to create customized written assignments. You can differentiate for students listening individually or listen as a whole class to scaffold and discuss. It's a simple process of selecting the lesson resources that you want to use. In this student view of the assignment, you can see the Texthelp Toolbar at the bottom, which aids student comprehension of the written text. Students simply select the word they're having difficulty with and can look up the word or have it read aloud. Teachers monitor their assignments on the dashboard and can easily track student progress. Here, I can see all the recent activity for each class. Now you've seen how Listenwise Premium harnesses the power of listening. Listenwise is a cost-effective solution to engage students with content and complex language and improve listening comprehension. You can learn more about how to use Listenwise on our blog and Teacher Resource Center. Happy listening!